1 and 19, 1 and 9, 1 and 19, 1 and 19. I keep saying it because we had 19 days to get to Juneteenth. Don't be out here doing July 4th stuff you should have been doing on Juneteenth. The list, things we could have did to prepare for Juneteenth. Hey yo, who got the plates though? But for real, we fixing our plates. I hope you fixing your plates. We out here doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? Juneteenth was a big celebration. 1865. Shout out to 1865 and aligning yourself with 1865. If you could take $18.65 and just put it in a compound interest account, it's better than nothing. That's all I got to say. Let's start with that. Outside of that, just set the auto transfer. $18.65 into something. Shit, put it in cryptocurrency for all I care. Put it in something. Just make it recurring, consistent, reoccurring, consistent, recurring. Just keep putting the money up. Keep putting the money up. Allow the money to work for you. That's what they did for us. That's what it meant for them to do for them, for us to do for the others, for us to continue the legacy. Just keep on recurring. The ancestors did the work so that it paved the way. That's compound interest. So if you at least took the minimum, everybody could afford $18.65 in regards to our current celebration, Juneteenth. Something. Let's get to acquire something in our belt. Let's keep it recurring. Let's do it every paycheck. We just allow ourselves to give $18.65 towards something that can work in our benefit. That's day one. We could have did that day one. You know, day two before Juneteenth, we could have canceled all of them subscriptions that did nothing for us, right? Because if we're financially free, we gotta remain financially disciplined. If you have subscriptions that just keep reoccurring in your account, go through it, set it aside, see which ones deemed worthy, and cut them off. The ones that don't, because that's money out of our legacy. Forget about it our pocket. That's money out of our legacy. The money you make today is supposed to work for you tomorrow. So cut them off. Things we could have did on day 3 before Juneteenth. Buy shares in black-owned businesses. You know, acquiring shares, stocks in black-owned businesses can definitely benefit them. Not only benefit them, but in the translation benefit us. Starts day 4. Open a savings account for your baby. Don't lie to me and say you can't, because I know you can't, because I've done it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it 5 times, because most black men have about 5 kids. Open a custodial account for your baby. 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 Now, like, it don't cost a lot. It's what you put in it. Like, it's so funny how your baby eventually will become 35 years old and would look at you and be like, what you did for me? Because that's when that sense of consciousness really sets in. You'd be like, yo, what did our parents do for us? My dad opened a custodial account for me. A custodial Roth account. He picked an investment and he put $5 every week in there till I was 35. The amount of money that will be set aside for those children is tremendous. Trust me. Trust me. Trust the system. Don't lie to yourself. Do it. Do it now. Don't wait. We're financially free because we're free. It started there. We're free people. So we can do the things necessary to set ourselves up in our future and our lineage up for success. Day 5 before Juneteenth, don't DoorDash. Say, you know what? June 1st through June 19th, I'm not ordering Uber Eats, DoorDash. I'm not having no takeout. I'm going to cook every meal and set myself up for every lunch at work and just plan my meals out. And you know, the better part about it is that you're going to remain healthy because you're going to determine what's best to put in your body. So even that's a step in such a great direction. It's not even funny. Like, forget the Wingstop. I ain't spending $20 to $50 on Wingstop. I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we could do it all year round, but come around Juneteenth, you know what? I'm gonna start allocating some funds, because then people sacrifice for us to be free so we can get to this money. We, you know what I'm saying? Realistically, that's why it was like, listen here, don't let me live my life in vain. Y'all gonna get access to that funds, put it to work. Shit, day 6, you know, call a friend, call a family member, call somebody who pissed you off. Call them up. Listen, it's Juneteenth. I know you was mad at me, but hey, in spite of all of that, and for the sake of our ancestors, cannot apologize. And if you don't accept my apology, can we at least try? You know what I'm saying? Call somebody up. Day 6 before Juneteenth, call somebody up. Just say, you know what? I'm just going down the list. I'm doing my work. I ain't perfect. Shit. But we free now. So we got the access to the cell phone. We can communicate. Call somebody. Say, remember that time you did me dirty? I forgive you. And they might say, motherfucker, I ain't do you dirty. You forgiving me for what? But let it happen. Let it be. At least take the initiative to call somebody. Call somebody you thought you would never speak to again. Call somebody. Let's close these loops, man. Let's just end this bickering and all this nonsense. Because at the end of the day, the struggle's been real. It ain't real. It's been real. This shit been going on for years. It's like holding on to resentment is ridiculous. Day 7, read an actual book. Day 7 before Juneteenth, let's pick up an actual book that aligns us with power, purpose, and wealth, and spiritual healing. And not just spiritual healing, fundamental healing on our own. You understand? Like, just allowing us to get to a better place within ourselves so that we can translate to the people we care about. You know? Let's love on ourselves. Love yourself so you can love the people who you thought did you wrong. You start, the more you love yourself, the more you realize nobody do nothing to me, man. Realistically, you hurting just like I am. We hurting out here, but we ain't trying to be hurting no more. Day 8, let's just pick that. Hopefully day 8 land on a weekend or a payday, because we can go to a black-owned businesses and just ball out. Just support black-owned businesses. Day 8. Just day 8, we just gonna support black-owned businesses. This is the 1 through 19 things we can do before Juneteenth to make sure that people understand that we actually give a fuck about Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what everybody else think. We care. We care enough that we have a whole ritual. We have a whole tradition. Day 1 through 19, we gonna practice all these things. So day 8, buy from black-owned business. Find one, support them online, repost that shit on Instagram, IG, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Talk about it. Day 8, hey, what's your black-owned business purchase? Make somebody else accountable. Make yourself accountable and make somebody else. I bought mine. Where's yours at? You know what I'm saying? Let's celebrate for real. Let's create a tradition that's worthy. Day 9, negotiate a bill. Yeah, we need to start stepping up. I need to start doing that myself. I be just paying shit. Forget that. I ain't gonna just keep paying shit. My ancestors was working hard so we could get to a point where we can be successful. I'ma just be paying. It's okay, I got money. Nah. Y'all overcharging, and y'all overcharging because of this. Y'all know what? Nah, we ain't doing that. Give me the price you give them. I want the good price. You know what I'm saying? We gonna find that's the day of picking problems. I ain't gonna listen. I just gonna find somebody and y'all gonna negotiate some stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my best price. Day 9, day 10. Invest $10 a pay period into a dividend yielding stock. There's no excuses. And there's so many to choose from. Especially now with AI. Just go on ChatGPT and be like, what's the highest yielding dividend stock? There you go. Give me a top 10 list of the highest yielding 10 dividend yielding stocks. Invest $10 a pay period. See that? Keep the calculator on my wrist. We adding it up. We living by the plan. Everything on here for me to multiply. Day 11. Teach your children about compound interest. Use different childlike scenarios and convert it to an experiment or experience they can understand. This. Day 12. Draft a will. Because you're working towards financial freedom and stacking your success. You gotta leave it behind to somebody. You don't want them to have to deal with you don't want them to have to deal with all the different hassles it takes to get to everything you've acquired, so that they can benefit from. Draft a will. Set a trust. Day 13. Volunteer and give back. There's always opportunities to give back. In fact, opportunity to give back is infinite. Infinito. You always have an opportunity to give back. Day 14. Unfollow a flex culture. Put down the flex and pick up some culture. There's so much I've learned from adding books to my Audible, to say the least. I pick up another Audible book, finish it, revisit it, take notes, and yes, it's helped me put down the flex. I don't need to show off to nobody because I'm living a full life based on how I foresee my life becoming and not how I foresee my life being in someone else's perspective. Day 15. Allocate 15% of your next check towards an investment. Always pay yourself. Make your money work harder than you do. Day 16. Start doing groceries with the budget. Me personally, I like to do my groceries daily. Honestly, I like to buy the food I'm planning on cooking, because a lot of times the food just sits in the damn fridge, don't nobody eat it. Shit. How much food can you possibly consume? You need to put away those bad eating habits to begin with, because longevity is in what you put in your body and your mind. So you might as well stick to the script. Stick to the script of wealth and health. Day 17. Make 17 seconds of content around the skills, even if it's folding sheets. The way I receive and see that forthcoming is, if you feel like you do something really, really well, share it, because I can learn more from my peers, especially those like me and like-minded, than I could ever do from any internet in this whole world. The World Wide Web is a great tool, but I've learned more from sharing with friends and family than I've ever done from any. Just the experience I have with people, it allows me to see how things work based on actual trial and error. Day 18. This one is interesting. Day 18. Send $18.06 to an investment group chat, or crowdfund an investment group. And that, I know, to my Caribbean people, y'all understand that one really well. But we have the susu. Ain't nobody in the hood was ever really broke. Especially you had that susu. Everybody put their money up. You just waiting on your turn. You feel me? Everybody put their money up every paycheck. Boom. They just invest their money into that susu. And everybody get a chance to get their payout. You know what I'm saying? 4 people, 500, that's $2,000. Your $500 is equivalent to $2,000 a month on a payback. You feel me? So I definitely get the investment groups. That helps us keep afloat. That's internal credit lines, to be honest. But obviously there's ways to expound on that and make it grow wealthier via certain accounts and investments. But that's a good start. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, you guys set an amount, and as to how much I can afford consistently, recurrently, every week, and just keep depositing that money. Set up a numerical chart and a payout structure, and just stick to it. You know you're guaranteed that money. Everybody's guaranteed that investment amount at the end of each payout. You know, always keep money in your pocket. At day 19, you know, zero spending and total celebration. Yeah. Get potluck going, get a cookout going, get pick a reservation, go and enjoy yourselves, you know. Get some groceries, cook at the house. Just enjoy the fact that you've made it from day 1 through 19. You did all the things off that checklist, you know, to really honor what it is to be free. And that's how I foresee that actually becoming, you know, just taking those 19 steps to honor our freedom as the diaspora of the African slave trade. It continue to be a celebratory event here in America for all Americans, especially African Americans. We should all take knowledge and grow the culture in that regard. For me, it's always going to be financial freedom. I feel that's what my purpose, you know, to educate, observe, lend, cultivate, and create financial freedom, not just for myself and my family and the people I care about, but for others via example and education. You know, it took time to put this together and come up with these 19 steps before Juneteenth approaches towards finances. Let's be real. Juneteenth is not just a day off. It's a day to check in, you know? Check in and check off those boxes, you know, so that year after year we can be stronger, both mentally, spiritually, physically, and especially financially. And most importantly, not turn to Juneteenth and be like, what y'all do? You know, turn to your friends and family. What you do for Juneteenth? No, I just chilled in the house. I ain't do nothing. Then come July 4th, everybody popping off, cookout, having a good old time. It's like, hold on, we got a holiday and we still running July 4th. You know what I'm saying? Getting all dolled up and dressed up for them people celebration. We finally got our own. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing nothing by it. So yeah, let's just take these 19 steps and turn up, baby. You feel me? Use these 19 steps to start working to let your money be free for you, work for you. You don't have to work for it. And you already know we still on the come up. 0 to a million challenge. Stay tuned. I ain't forget about it. It's still coming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Find willpower, you already know. Financial freedom, black joy, one bag at a time.